Welcome to your CDS Warehouse Safety Training video. Over the next several minutes, we'll cover what you need to know to safely work within a Costco warehouse. We'll focus on identifying the most hazardous situations you may encounter in any Costco and the established safe working procedures. We're dedicated to providing a safe and healthy work environment in all of our locations. Every employee should follow our safety rules, established work practices, and exercise caution at all times. Remember, safety begins with you each and every day. Working inside Costco means you are working in a very active and sometimes crowded warehouse environment. Throughout your day, you will work in sections that are off limits to the public. We call these areas the back of the house. It is important to be especially focused and aware when you are in the back of the house, which includes shipping and receiving, on the loading dock, and in various storage areas. To avoid potentially dangerous situations, you must be aware of your surroundings. Every day, Costco uses forklifts to move merchandise around the warehouse. Always stay a minimum of 10 feet away from a moving forklift or use the designated safe walking areas. Watch the driver to make sure he sees you. Use caution when turning corners when you can't see what's coming at you. Never walk under a raised fork or ones that are lowered to the floor. Oftentimes, the forks on a forklift are the same color as the concrete floor, so be careful you don't trip. When there are forklifts out on the sales floor, the safest and easiest way to get back to the front of the warehouse is to walk along the perimeter aisles. When products arrive, they are secured on pallets with plastic wrapping or shrink wrap. The shrink-wrapped pallets may be reinforced with thick plastic bands known as binding or strapping. Keep an eye out for these items surrounding the pallets or empty product boxes, as this debris could create a tripping hazard. It is your responsibility to be aware of these situations to ensure your safety and prevent potentially painful falls and injuries. Many injuries involving strains and sprains come from improperly lifting items. When lifting a heavy object, keep your back straight, bend your knees, and hold the object against the front of your body. This way you prevent any strain to the back or shoulders. Never twist your body when lifting. Turn by rotating your entire body, including your feet, not just your waist. Do not carry loads that are too large and prevent you from seeing where you're going, or pick up more than you're physically capable of lifting safely. Break down loads into smaller increments or use a partner to lift heavy items like microwaves or convection ovens. Sometimes you might have a forklift or other equipment in front of your cart. Do not attempt to move these at all. Instead, request a Costco employee to move these items for you. Keep your supplies stored in an area that can be easily accessible and stored in a way they can be safely retrieved. Always use a step stool or a ladder to reach for items stored shoulder levels and above, and never try to catch a falling object. Do not attempt to climb the shelves or use unsafe means to access equipment. When moving your cart, start by taking any cooking equipment off the riser. Always walk behind the cart and push it. Do not pull the cart behind you, and do not attempt to force your cart if it's not moving. This may result in a strain or sprain. Sometimes you'll use a table instead of a cart for your event. Using a table requires a special process to transfer to and from the storage area. Use a flatbed. Place the table and all equipment securely on it. This eliminates the need to transfer the table to and from the shopping cart and prevents strains from lifting. Safety in the warehouse is not only all around you, but in front of you as well. Practice these steps each time you prepare samples. Use scissors to open a product package. Never use a knife. When opening a can, never use your fingers to lift the lid. Use a butter knife to lift and open the lid, safely discarding it in your trash can. When cooking foods in a covered dish, open the side farthest from your body to prevent the steam from burning your face and hands. Keep sharp knives out of reach from children and members. When cleaning up, to avoid cuts, wash knives and other sharp items separately. Never place them in a sink full of soap where you or others can't see them. Always carry electrical equipment with the cord in hand. Don't leave it hanging, as it could be a tripping hazard. Always walk slowly and carefully when carrying equipment full of liquid. There are times when you'll need to enter a walk-in freezer or a cooler. Only trained employees are allowed in this area. Now be sure to bring with you a shopping cart to help you carry merchandise and to reduce the likelihood of slipping and falling on frozen ice. A pylon must be placed in front of the freezer to alert others that someone is inside. Now, if the freezer door should become stuck, don't force it. Instead, ask a Costco employee to help you. Certain events may require repetitive motion, such as cutting or stirring. If at any time you experience discomfort during your event, please notify your event manager immediately so they may provide you with alternative equipment or relieve you. For example, many times you'll need to use a can opener. Instead of using a manual one, use an electric opener instead. It's faster and saves your hands and wrists from becoming sore. Until now, we focused on how to keep you and your fellow workers safe while working in a warehouse environment. Our safety measures also apply to Costco employees and members. Our employees execute more than 1 million events every year. In order to ensure that safe conditions exist during each event, it's important that all employees maintain a safe area around and on their event stations. You're responsible for maintaining the area 12 feet around your event. Keep this entire area clean and free of spills and debris. Most members are looking at your product, pushing their carts and looking to see what you're sampling. They are approaching your event without looking at the floor and can easily miss a hazard on the ground in front of them. Never ignore a spill and leave it for someone else to find. If there's a large spill, keep members away and ask for immediate help for cleanup. Always make sure others are directed away from the area until it is cleaned.
Megan, you had a spill.
Thank you.
Assist your fellow associates to tend their areas as well. You can often see the area in front of your coworker's station and can notify them of any hazards. If you witness an injury to a member, a Costco employee, or a coworker, notify your manager immediately. Make a mental note of where the injury happened on the sales floor. Your event manager will assist you and help you document the information. Members can be burned by a sample that is too hot. If you are handing out samples fresh from the skillet, oven, or coffee pot, please allow adequate cooling time before serving and be sure to caution members that the samples are hot.
Here we have the Kirkland Signature meatballs. Careful, they just came out of the skillet. They are going to be hot.
Occasionally, a member may report that they were injured by a foreign object in the sample they tried. If that happens, notify your manager. Then, keep the product package from which the sample came from. If possible, keep the foreign object as well. Oftentimes, vendors will request the package to assist in identifying and preventing future problems.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Try our wonderful energy bars today.
We strive to maintain a safe working environment. However, it is ultimately up to each and every one of you to practice safe work habits. We must do everything possible to protect ourselves, co-workers, and members from accident or injury. Be sure to report any accidents and injuries that happen at work immediately to your manager. We need to be aware of these accidents so we can provide proper direction and guidance for obtaining medical treatment and claims processing. Remember, safety at CDS begins with you.